Ivan, this week we have a very fascinating show.
Why, Scotty Bender, what makes this week's show even more fascinating than our normally fascinating show?
Well, Ivan, I'll tell you. We went to a show, a very unique show. It combined both wrestling and religion in an effort to fight addiction.
Well, why would you want to fight diction? I mean, good diction is important. Speaking, enunciation, pronunciation.
No. Addiction.
Oh.
Wrestling fans, thanks for joining us this week right here for Wrestlevision. I'm your host, I'm Scotty Bender. And fans, joining me all the way from Buffalo, New York, Buffalo's favorite son, Ivan the Impaler. And Ivan, I'm really excited. We're combining wrestling with religion this week, two of the oldest professions around.
Two of the oldest beliefs, professions, whatever you want to call them, Scotty Bender, two very positive forces in our life. And at the recent show that we were at, these forces were combined in a positive manner to bring an even more positive uber force, if you will, to all positive thinking people to bring a more positive change for our community.
Wow, that sounds really optimistic.
It's sort of positive when you think about it. But Scotty Bender, there was a method to their madness, combining wrestling and religion. It's to take away the darkness that blinds us from so many of the evils of today's earth and takes away our focus from the really important things. For instance, Mr. Bender, that's why I'm wearing these sunglasses here, to sort of symbolize me being in the darkness and waiting for someone to shed light on me.
Just take them off. The glasses.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Ivan, we're here at Move to the Extreme, the main event here at Genesee Community College. We've got two members of the Occult led by Hellcat, no surprise. We got a handicap match. It's Righteous Ron Falco representing the Crusaders. And it's a handicap match.
Yes, it is, but Righteous Ron, I submit.
Oh, wait a minute.
He has help coming from above Scotty Bender. He doesn't need any tag team partner.
Oh, double clothesline on Jimmy Olsen and Brodie Lee, who represent the Occult. And you got referee Mike Champion going to have his hands full in this handicap match here at Move to the Extreme, the main event, Ivan.
Where's Ron Falco getting this energy and strength from, Scotty Bender? I have the answer.
Wait a minute, look at Ron go right over the top rope. Slingshot plancha right onto the Occult members, Jimmy Olsen and Brodie Lee. Righteous Ron taking it to the Occult early.
He's putting his body on the line, Scotty Bender, but that doesn't matter because the soul will triumph over all.
And now Ron Falco with Jimmy Olsen whips him across the way. Irish whip into the corner. Hooks him in, high back body drop. Brodie Lee's got his back turned to Righteous Ron. He doesn't realize that Jimmy Olsen was on the receiving end of a high back body drop. He comes rushing in, and he gets caught with a high back body drop.
Oh, that's saying he's one bad dude, Scotty Bender, let me tell you.
Oh, and then, big Yakuza kicked to Falco as he comes rushing in. Now Jimmy Olsen, moon, springboard, shooting star, press up that second rope, catches Ron Falco.
Now, should referee Mike Champion just ask one to be in the ring?
1,
time?
2, only a 2.
Well, cheering on his father right here is Jordan, the son of Righteous. Jordan, you heard a joke about your dad's opponent tonight. Want to tell us a joke?
Yeah, it's like David and Goliath facing some guy from the hood.
That's
Must
right.
be very hard for this young man to watch his father in the ring as two men of the stature of a Jimmy Olsen and Brodie Lee. 2-on-1 situation here. Now,
well, you put it in perspective, Scotty Bender.
Oh!
It's like David and Goliath. Brodie being Goliath. Jimmy Olsen being David, facing some guy from the hood. I think Jordan put it in perfect perspective.
Perfect perspective.
They've ridden up and down the highways and byways of this business we call wrestling. And by this business of wrestling, I mean, of course, the industry.
I know, Righteous Ron trying to fight back as the fans are getting behind. They're here. Oh, but Jimmy Olsen cuts him out with a knife edge chop and taking Ron Falco right off of his feet.
A vicious slap, Scotty Bender. You can hear that one all the way in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
And fans, that's a far, far way.
Sound carries very far, Scotty Bender.
Oh, and now Brodie Lee with his turn to take a chop at the chest of Ron Falco, who again goes down to the canvas, trying to clutch his chest after those two vicious knife edge chops. Now snapmare by Brodie Lee. Ron gets to his feet though. Righteous Ron again snapmared over, but again, Righteous Ron to his feet. Battling on pure instinct here, Ivan.
I think those are 3 snap mirrors in a row, Scotty Bender.
That is 3. And now Brodie Lee This can't be good for Ron. He comes off the ropes.
I know it's coming, Bender. It's the People's Headlock. The most devastating headlock in pro wrestling, Scotty Bender. The People's Headlock.
Then just drops down and goes behind with a rear chinlock on Righteous Ron Falco. Righteous Ron set up in this handicap match.
I think there's another power here aiding Ron Falco. A power that we cannot see. And just because you can't
Smell
touch
or taste.
No, and just because you can't see much, tell or taste it, Scotty Bender, doesn't mean it isn't there. And look at Ron Falco making that
To his
comeback.
feet, coming back, elbows to the midsection of Brodie Lee. Wait a minute, no. Brodie Lee grabs the trunk. Wait, no, Ron stops and he goes rushing in. Big clothesline by Righteous Ron, catches Brodie Lee. Now Jimmy Olsen out right to the bread basket. Righteous Ron is on fire. Drop to hold, right to the crotch of Brodie Lee.
Scotty, he's taking him down just like the locusts and the plague were taken down by Moses.
Jimmy Olsen just DDT'd his partners. He had him in the front chancery, and Ron just clothesline Jimmy Olsen. Hooks him in, Fisherman Buster, he hits it.
The Fisherman, an apt analogy here, Scotty Bender.
Now Falco with the cover, 1, 2, good for Crusaders, no.
He speared him as if he were the piece of meat on a swizzle stick, Scotty Bender.
Wait, Falco, no, go behind me, Jimmy Olsen, Brodie Lee, low blow. Jimmy Olsen, 3-quarter Nelson lock, and this drives him into the canvas. 1, 2, 3, and the Occult wins it. Brodie Lee and Jimmy Olsen, too much for Righteous Ron Falco in this handicap match.
Well, that was hardly fair, Scotty Bender, but sometimes on this earth, life isn't fair.
Ivan, with combining wrestling and religion this week here on the show, I'd kind of be interested in hearing what your beliefs actually are.
Well, thank you for asking, Scotty Bender.
You're welcome.
And might I say to you and all of our TV audience that people are entitled to their own religious beliefs, and we should also learn to respect the religious beliefs of others. Having said that, in preparation for this show, I am wearing the ceremonial garb of my religion. Now let me ask you this, Mr. Scotty Bender. You're aware of the whole debate between creation and evolution, correct?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it, yes.
Right. Well, we believe in a little bit of both.
Okay.
We believe that there is a divine power which started the chain of life, but we also believe in evolution and the fact that we as human beings evolved from dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs?
Well, dinosaurs, let me clarify, because I know what you're thinking. Not the dinosaurs from here on Earth.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking, of course, about the space dinosaurs.
Space dinosaurs? How did they get here? They're from space.
Well, they skateboarded over from the planet Neptune.
Skateboarded here from Neptune?
Yeah, Bert and Ethel were the first dinosaurs, and their kids, John, Tom, and Katie.
When did this happen? I mean, this must have happened centuries and centuries ago.
Well, you're exactly right, Scotty Bender. Centuries and centuries ago. Almost 200 years ago, to be exact. In fact, it was in 1809.
So you're saying in 1809 is when human creation began?
No, 1809 is when the dinosaurs came over from Neptune.
Oh.
Human creation began a little bit after that.
Ivan, I got to tell you, your beliefs, they're fascinating. And I want to subscribe to your newsletter.
Well, you're more than welcome to subscribe to our newsletter, Scotty Bender. Each newsletter comes in sets of 4, is read by everyone in the industry, and it is the size of a small book.
Here we go. We've got a tag team match here at Move to the Extreme. We've got the Occult again. I've been taking on the Crusaders, and the Crusaders this time, actually we have an even battle as we've got Eric Everlast and Dewey representing the Crusaders, and then the Occult led by Hellcat. We got Gabe Sane and Frank the Tank.
Even this is a subjective concept, Scotty Bender. Some would say numbers are a subjective concept. There's no such thing as true hard science in this world we lived in. But our ringside correspondent, Jordan, brought up a good point. He said it's the big guys against the little guys.
At first glance, it is, Ivan. It is the big guys against the little guys, but this time the big guys are the Crusaders. My champion and referee, and we've got William Archibald III seconding Gabe Sain. Frank the Tank. Now current elbow tie up on Eric Everlast and Gabe Saint.
Hey, the fans were booing Gabe Saint when he came out here tonight. That isn't because he's from North Carolina, is it?
No. Trying to take Eric Everlast off of his feet, but tall task is Eric Everlast, twice his size, now just pushes him to the canvas like a rag doll.
Scotty Bender, your humor does not escape me. A tall task to take Eric Everlast off his feet? Because he's a tall guy, so it would be a tall task.
Absolutely.
That's why you were voted Announcer of the Year for 4 of the last 5 years running, Scotty Bender.
yes, I was. And now again, Gabe Saint, after some words of wisdom when William Archibald III, they're going to again try his luck at Eric Everlast. Ducks underneath, and now right hand, but Eric Everlast fighting right back of the Crusaders. Again, misses with a clothesline, but Gabe Saint goes right to the knee, and then overhand chop right to the back of the neck. Now tags in Frank the Tank, and we know Frank the Tank definitely likes to have an adult beverage here and there.
What's a test of strength going to prove it? In the scorecard, in the box score, Scotty, but they don't go by tests of strength. It's pinfalls, submissions, DQs, collar in the eyes, chair shots, evil, the way wrestling is supposed to be.
And now Eric Everlast, with that obvious advantage in the strength department, putting Frank the Tank down to his knees again, just overpowering with that Roman Greco knuckle lock.
I did speak to Eric Everlast in the locker room before this match, Scotty Bender. He wouldn't tip his hand as far as strategy, but however, he was drinking protein shakes and said that he and Dewey would be prepared for anything the Occult would throw at them. Whether there's the power of suggestion, the power of movement, or evil thoughts transpired through the stratosphere of the transcendental mind.
Oh, and there goes Frank the Tank to the outside. He's out disoriented. We are at Move to the Extreme, the main event. And we've got the Crusaders against the Occult. And Eric Everlast and Dewey representing the Crusaders. You can just see him just heel tossing him right over the top rope. And now they tag into Dewey. Dewey's got that Dare to Stay Off Drugs shirt on. The message here, Ivan, is don't drink, don't smoke, and I don't care what you do.
Bottom line is, Dewey lives that message. He lives it every day of his life, Scotty Bender. I happen to know him. He's a fine young man, an upstanding young man, looking to break into his business.
In trouble here is the Occult, turning the tide. Momentum with a change of address is the Occult. Now taking it to the youngest of these 4 combatants. Oh, right to the face goes the boot of Frank the Tank, Ivan, into the corner. Now the tag, as you can see, trying to keep the freshman in is the Occult. And then there's that big hammer, that big forearm by Frank the Tank, the power you talked about earlier, Ivan.
It's the power. He formerly wrestled in the name of Charisma. It was a fan favorite, Scotty Bender, but they didn't care what the people thought. It was only for himself, for greed, avarice, lust, and large amounts of free food after the meals.
Wait, now Dewey fight back as Frank the Tank tried to take it. Dewey off his feet with a successive right hands to the side of the neck. Now Dewey, oh, big clothesline.
The pure natural power of Dewey.
Now Dewey effortlessly taking Frank the Tank, scoops him up. He's got him up. Frank the Tank trying to fight out. Oh, big body slam. Wait a minute, reversal by Dewey. Big Vader standing splash, and now tags in Eric Everlast.
Hot tag, hot tag, hot tag.
Easy-E is tagged into the Crusaders. Eric Everlast, couple clotheslines to the Occult. Scoops up Gabe Saint, spins him around. Oh, just throws him to the canvas.
And
now Frank the Tank's turn. Oh, it slams him right down. And now the fans are on the edge of their seats clapping wildly here at the Genesee Community College
Could be a double
Gymnasium.
A double choke slam, Scotty? No.
He's got both the Occult members. Oh, double choke slam. Choke slam.
Only one who is clean in body, spirit, and soul could do that, Scotty Bender.
Now Eric Everlast putting Frank the Tank on top of Gabe Saint. Now taking it to Dewey. We could be seeing that 747 splash. Here we go. Dewey running the ropes. Here he goes. Oh, big splash. The cover. 1, 2, 3. It's over. It's over.
What a finish. That reminds me of something I heard happen to the Michael Jackson Dream Melon Neverland Ranch, Scotty Bender. But nevertheless, a great victory for Dewey and Eric Everlast. Drug-free, alcohol-free, smoke-free, and mistake-free.
Ivan, I got to tell you, during break, I couldn't stop thinking about your beliefs. I think I'm going to give your stuff a try.
Well, Scotty Bender, I wouldn't just abandon my own religious beliefs if I were you. In fact, why don't you tell me and the viewing audience a little bit about your religious beliefs? I mean, I understand you came here in some ceremonial garb. You're looking kind of Jeff Van Gundy-ish.
Well, I like watching it on TV every Sunday. I really don't like leaving the house. I don't like getting up early, so I DVR the sermon. I can watch it when I want. And if there's like a slow passage, I can flip back and forth to the football game. I can stop it to run to the refrigerator to get a sandwich, to get a cold beverage. I really control the sermon. And all they ask is I send them a check every week. It's that simple.
So you just send them a check every week?
Every week.
You know, I think that might be tax deductible.
Really?
I think so.
I don't think the people who perform this religion actually do their taxes.
Oh.
But for a low, reasonable price of $19.99, they'll send you their holy water.
Wow.
$19.99.
That's not a bad price.
Not at all. Not at all.
Hey, is there any way, like, maybe I can have some of that?
Sure. Do you have your checkbook?
I do have a checkbook with me, yes.
And do you have 2 forms of ID? Ivan, here we go. We're going to move to the extreme, the main event, and we are actually to the main event as the evil Serpent puts that spiritual combat championship on the line against the challenger, Richie the Crusader Derwald. And we saw earlier on, Richie, he almost made a bad decision. He went to the dark side. But he found his senses, and now he's battling evil.
Did he find his senses, or did they just not offer him enough money, Scotty Bender? I don't know. But it's going to be an interesting match. Kwan Chang has held regional belts all across. Interestingly enough, at the last event, Kwan Chang dropped the belt, but he must have won it back at the house show somewhere.
And now comes rushing in out business, and the Crusader! Richie Derwald just laid it on thick to Kwan Chang with those right hands from the heavens. And he is just blistering the chest of the champion Kwan Chang. Oh, and then a right hand, Ivan.
Well, he's going to need help from the heavens because, quite frankly, Scotty Bender, David Flair was more believable as a wrestler than Richie Derwald is.
Oh, no, Richie couldn't take him out the first time. Then he comes up again, but backs him into the ropes. Comes rushing in. Oh, a third time's a charm for the Crusader as he takes Kwan Chang, the spiritual combat champion, over the top rope. And now, wait a minute. No, Frank the Tank and Gabriel Saint of the Occult, they come in the hard ways. Richie Derwald.
Great front bumps there by Frank the Tank and Gabriel Saint, but they scurried out of the ring.
The Occult using that advantage, that number advantage. Oh, and then Kwan Chang, low blow on the Crusader.
Scotty Bender, this is most wrestling matches are morality plays. In a way, this is literally a morality play, wouldn't you say?
Oh, no, wait a minute. William Archibald III heading the trash can out. He just tries to pie face him with the trash can, hits him right on the bridge of the nose. And now Kwan Chang goes to work on the back.
Scotty, that was one of the worst trash can shots I ever saw in my life. Unbelievable, never made a dent in it. But he sold it well. Richie sold it well.
Mike Champion having his hands full. The $billion brothers on the outside trying to distract the referees. Kwan Chang continues his illegal tactics, and there goes the champ. There goes the champion taking referee Mike Champion, just tossing him out like yesterday's trash.
Is this a no DQ match? He should be disqualified. He should be disqualified. Scotty Bender, I'm happy to say that joining us here on the mic is
part of the Occult.
Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy.
Let me tell you something.
I thought I knew you.
Let me tell you something, Bender. For the right price, I'll do anything, and I got a lot of money here.
Well, Jimmy, I got to ask you this, and you've seen Kwan Chang work before. Have you ever seen a match where actually Kwan Chang is going to have to carry the match against Richie Derwald?
I have never seen such a thing, and I hope I never see it again. This is going to be the best match in WrestleMania history.
And this, by the way, must ask Scotty Bender, WrestleMania is a registered trademark of World Wrestling Entertainment, and we are not misappropriating the rights there. Now,
Chang is signed. I signed a contract last week. I've confirmed it.
Breaking news there, Scotty.
Oh, he's breaking the news here and now. Wait a minute, champion in.
I told you, I read the message boards. I know everything.
Mike Champion will not make the count. No one knows what's going on.
There's a kind of hush all over the crowd tonight. All over the crowd, you can hear the sound of crickets in love.
Now, Pastor Charlie,
You know what I mean.
sorry to interrupt you, Ivan. He comes in the ring to check on the Crusader, Richie Derwald, who I think he's out.
Do you think that maybe Richie Derwald is swerving him?
All these swerves are confusing me. Which side am I on?
You came out ostensibly on the side of evil, but is that just the way you were booked? Jimmy Olsen's not bad, guys.
I'm a great guy. I gotta go. I'm gonna go run in and beat up some.
You're gonna get involved in the
I'm
match?
gonna get involved in the match. I'm sick of this.
Wow! You hear that, Scotty Bender? Breaking news: Jimmy Olsen's gonna get involved in the match.
So the match will continue, and if the Crusader, Richie Derwald, is pinned, then
He's gotta leave.
Pastor Charlie's got to walk away from the Lord.
He'll have to become a 9-to-5 or a ham and egger. The yin has become the yang. The herder has become yan. And yay, Volten that Bender. I lose spot. I'm speaking in tongues, Bender. It's a miracle.
Wait a minute, they're taking Pastor Charlie out on a meat slab.
This is a stretcher match, Bender. If they take him to the end, the belt. Oh, no, it's not a stretcher match. I saw a stretcher match between Sid and Van Vader, by the way, in Buffalo about 10 years ago. Did I ever tell you that?
No, no. I know. The Crusader without Pastor Charlie, but we know who's in his corners. He's just now taking it to the champion, the spiritual combat champion, Serpent.
He just did an Andre, a Haku, and a Hulk Hogan spot, all in 3 seconds, Scotty Bender.
Oh, and right to the midsection goes Kwan Chang. No, that chair. No, God Almighty.
Nice. I tell you, good way. Derwald gave him his back excellently for that chair shot. He didn't. Was he no-selling it? No, it was like a Tanaka thing. He no-sold the first one.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, do you hear that?
It's the sound of thunder.
And those Harleys, the Harleys are revving. Get to your feet. Get to your feet. Okay, misses with the chair. The Crusader dropkick. The chair goes into the face of Kwan Chang, Ivan.
We have chosen the side that is right. One more time, Jordan.
Jesus.
Behind that body jump.
Jesus.
By Richie Derwald, you can hear the fans at ringside yell, now sleeper hold! And there's Sandman for the Serpent, Ivan. And now the locker room is empty as a...
All the heels are in the ring, Scotty Bender. Jimmy Olsen was right. Jimmy Olsen's right in the middle. He called it.
And now the Occult.
Wait a minute. That's Ron Falco. Everlast.
Oh, hell is breaking out, Ivan.
Once
it's
again,
turning into a
Pier 6 brawl. The fans are going apoplectic here, Scotty Bender. They're going electric. They're going business casual. It's amazing.
And now finally the two men that need to settle the score, Richie the Crusader Derwald
Are they
and the
taking out a
Serpent
table?
Kwan Chang. Finally.
Jordan.
Oh, he just missed it up. He just green moon him, missed it up right in the face.
Jordan points out correctly that the table.
Kabuki, call it what you want.
There's a different type of strength here, Scotty Bender. There's a different force in play.
He misses the Genesee. Shoulder block. By the Crusader Derwald. Now he's got the kendo stick.
What was that fat guy doing in the ring?
Oh! He doesn't belong there, but no! Richie Derwald the cover! No referee! He's got a pin! We should have a new champion!
This is what we call a virtual pinfall or a visual pinfall, Scotty Bender, where the face is actually pinned. There's enough time for a 3 count, but it doesn't count. Jordan, was that a 3 count in your mind?
Yeah.
Jordan agrees it was a 3.
Now wait a minute, Kwan Chang! He's by that table that's pushed in the corner! Derwald just dropped the straps! Derwald just dropped the straps! Here he comes now! Ole! Ole! Ole!
I did not see that coming, Scotty Bender. No one in this building saw that coming.
God saw it coming!
I think he did, Scotty Bender. I think he did.
Now the cover again, but there is no referee! Wait a minute! He's got a referee's jersey! You've got to be kidding me! The cover! 2, 3, it's over! It is over! It is over!
That was a fast count. Richie Derwald is now your champion, only to mysteriously drop into the house show sometime in the future.
In all seriousness, fans, this was a great event. A lot of people in Genesee County did benefit from the money that was raised who are battling drug and alcohol addiction. We want to thank the sponsors, the organizers, and the wrestlers, all who gave their time to put this great event on, and hopefully we see more events like this in the future.
Scotty Bender, I echo your sentiments exactly. And while we're here, let's take this time to personally send out get well wishes to our friend and colleague, superstar Rob Schultz, who's recovering from hip surgery. Rob, best of luck to you.
Best of luck. Are you battling a cold, Ivan?
Yeah, I know. It's just a flu bug or something. Nothing major.
Do you want my help?
Your help? I mean,
I can heal.
You're going to do a heal promo?
No. I can heal. I have the power to heal.
You have the power to heal. Well, if that's the case, are you sure you have the power to heal, Scotty Bender?
Yeah, my account's up to date. I caught up on the back balance. So, yeah, I should have the power to heal as effective yesterday. So, want to give it a shot? I'm going to get rid of your cold right now, right here in front of all these people.
Well, Scotty, I've got an even better idea than that.
Okay.
Maybe you can get rid of my cold, and since Rob Schultz is on the mend, maybe you can have me act as some sort of conduit. Kill two birds with one stone.
Let's do it.
Heal me and Rob Schultz. We got to put your hand on my head or something?
Yep, just
okay.
put your hood down. Okay, give me a second here. Let me channel the power. Okay. Now, don't be startled, okay?
Okay.
Don't be startled. Afa, Sika, Fatu, Samu, Ukishi, Jo. Afa, Sika, Fatu, Samu, Rikishi, Jo.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
It works every time.
The hills are alive with the smell of sheep dung. Oh.